Hello, this is Tanya R. Lewis with the Diary of Dating Over 50. Oh my, we are in 2026, and I have this amazing woman that we are getting ready to dive right into her life. Y'all know how I do it. I allow my guests to introduce themselves. Take it away.
Hi, hi, hi. It's your girl Maddie, aka Couga, checking in. I am and I grew up in the ATL. What's up, ATL? And I am a artist, CEO of my own record label, Couga Entertainment, and also I'm a radio personality.
Okay, so we're gonna get into all of that, right, y'all? We want to know everything.
Yeah.
Okay, so my first question to you: you like to be called Maddie or Cougar?
I I'm getting used to now being called Cougar, but since we're having a personal little chatty chat, we're
We're
gonna
gonna
go
go
by
with Maddie.
Maddie.
Yes. Okay. All right. So you recently signed with Version Music Group
Yes.
and launched your own record label. What inspired you to take the leap, and what are you most excited about with this new venture?
Well, this journey started for me back in 2014 when I was going through a divorce, a breakup at that time. And I saw from casting music videos for so many years for like the likes of Shorty Low, Gucci Man, some of the main people in the ATL. I cast over 60 something videos, and I saw so many female independent artists like not being treated the same as male artists
Okay.
in the Atlanta area. So working with the models and kind of being like a protector.
Like
I
a
think,
mother, a
yeah,
mother
mother,
hen.
mother
Yes.
hen, and I saw so many of my models going through different transitions and having struggles, breaking down the same doors that men easily were breaking down in music. I said that I wanted to start my label based on female empowerment. So
Okay.
Cougar Entertainment was basically built for some of the women that was having struggles in music. And also the reason why I called my label Cougar is because I kind of came into the music game backwards. You know, most
Okay.
people start their journey as an artist in their young teens or young 20s. I started at 40 years old. That's when I started to take it serious. So the reason why I picked the name Cougar, a lot of people think it's the typical reason,
Uh-huh.
but it's
Not.
not. It was just showing people that I was a little bit older coming into the game. And it also, I wanted to inspire other women that go through divorce because a lot of us think we're broken. You know, we
Yes,
give
yes.
up on our dreams. We think, okay, when the kids are grown, we can't reinvent ourselves and do things. So I started Cougar Entertainment also for women like me that are unbreakable, and
Yes,
it's
we
never
are.
too late. It's never too late to live your dreams. So that's what
Absolutely.
Cougar Entertainment is all about.
Okay. So, because I got the misconception that you cougar because you like younger guys. No,
No,
no, not at
no,
all.
it's,
Okay.
it's, it's not that, but I do attract them all.
Okay. So tell us about your radio show. What tea with Maddie?
Yes, what's tea with Maddie? It kind of goes back into being in the entertainment business now. For I'm celebrating 27 years. I used to be a media correspondent,
Mm-hmm.
and I covered the BET Awards for about 10 years straight.
Oh
The
wow.
Hip Hop Awards, the regular BET
Was that for
Awards.
the radio station that you're
No, it
with now?
wasn't for the
Okay.
radio station. It was for shout out to 612 magazine, Don Diva magazine,
Okay.
Bag Ladies, like all the people that gave me the opportunity back in the day. 612 and Don Diva, I worked for years and years. I was the editor at large for Don Diva magazine for 12 years
Okay.
here in Atlanta, and with 612, I was a media correspondent for them for
Okay.
8 years.
So
So
the radio station you're with now is WGI.
WIGO.
Okay.
Yeah, shout out to
Okay.
WIGO, my
And
family.
that's on Mondays.
Yes, every Monday. What's Tea with Maddie started from me being a media correspondent, and a lot of people's like, how do you know all these celebrities, and how do
Mm-hmm.
you? always know the tea. I know everybody's business. So it's
I
like
love that.
it's like I'm the queen of receipts. Like,
Do
people
tell.
do tell. So I said I gotta have a place for this, instead of gossiping about it with my friends. That's what West Tea with Maddie is all about. And it
Okay.
also talks about my journey as being an
Mhm.
older woman and
Mhm.
experiencing the things I'm doing in the music industry.
It's amazing that at our age, I'm about 10 years, 11 years older than you.
Mm-hmm.
However, I'm sitting here with my own talk show. It's
Yes.
wonderful how we are reinventing ourselves
Yes.
today.
Yes.
Because when we were, when I was younger, I never imagined myself sitting right here.
Mm-hmm.
And we are letting women and men know that if you got a dream, go for it. Because some people, your closest friends or family members say, "Oh, you're too old for that."
Yes.
Do what you do.
When I first started, even in 2014, when I decided that I was gonna take this journey in music, even my ex was like, "You're too old. Nobody's gonna pay attention to you. Like, you washed up. You this. You that. And even my own children didn't really believe it.
My son,
Even to this day, my children would rather have me still baking cookies, making Sunday dinner, sitting at home watching soap operas. That's the mom that they want to have.
Yeah.
But they're slowly graduating to the look of Couga. But
Yeah.
it's a slow process because I went from being like a married wife, mother, the PTA mom, and doing all the school things with my kids to now I'm Couga.
Yeah.
I'm shooting music videos. And a lot of people told me I was too old to do it, but now they fast forward to 2026.
They seeing that.
They're seeing a whole different side of me and they're accepting it more.
Yeah, and it's really hard to get your children to be on hands and support through this because, my son called me after I was on the Portia show last week, and I showed that clip where I was walking on the stage, and he called me. He said, "Mom, it really just hit me what you're doing." He was like, "Wow." And and I've been trying to tell them or show them, and they was like, "Okay, Mom, okay, you doing good. We proud of you." Da 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 da. But he said, "Wow, that hit me."
Yes.
Okay, so I want to hear about this song called your song Ghosted. Has a compelling story. Can you share a bit about the inspiration behind it and how it connects with your past experience? I know you got some tea for me. I'm gonna use your own show on you. What's tea?
What's tea? Okay. Well, what's tea with Maddie with that is it came from a breakup.
Okay.
It came from a breakup. Believe it or not, Ghosted took a life of its own. It went from me venting because the lyrics are absolutely 100% true. So I called my producer after I was ghosted, literally after 11 months being in a relationship.
And just ghosted.
Yeah, I was just ghosted. No argument. No
so what?
warning.
So what's one of the lyrics? Just one. Just sing just one. Because I did my first show was on with the Diary of Dating Over 50. My first show was Ghosted.
Really?
I had 4 people and we talked about being ghosted.
Oh, okay.
Were you ghosted or have you been ghosted?
Well,
Did you
I
ghost?
was definitely ghosted, and I gotta admit I was a little cocky.
Where's
very cocky with my dating at that time, and I was really the one doing the ghosting. I had never been ghosted.
So you had been ghosting people.
I had got to the point where if you weren't matching my vibe, I don't even owe you an explanation.
Right.
It's whatever. Blocked, whatever. That was me.
And then it happened to you.
So that's what I'm telling you. Be careful, ladies. Don't ever be cocky like me.
Yeah.
Because it can happen to you. So it happened. And I was really shocked because I thought this relationship was solid. I thought we was really building on something. We did prayers together. This man would run my bath water. This man wouldn't eat his food unless I was eating
How
first.
could somebody like that
I
ghost
just
you?
I don't understand, and I thought we was gonna be this next like R&B couple,
Power couple.
Yeah, I just saw all that happen. We wrote music together, like it was we had a friendship that was building.
What do you think happened? Because this is what I say.
I found out
Wait
later.
a minute. This is what I say when someone just all of a sudden cut it off, like you was vibing good and things was going great. It's either they went back to somebody that they broke up with, or they were dating two people at the same time, and that other person had more juice to pull them onto their side.
Well, I can honestly say we spent a lot of time together, so it was very hard for me to say that. I don't think he was technically dating at the same time, but I think the idea of our relationship got to somebody from his past, and when she heard that he was getting close, I think she kind of just smoothed back to the midst. And sometimes what I've learned, and this is from my healing process, I had to learn that sometimes we get in relationships a little too quick, and we haven't healed from it. And I had a gentleman, which is a very good friend of mine. He revealed to me just recently, he said, we as men always just jump into relationships and then we're not over the other woman. Like men take a little bit longer to detach from their ex. And when the ex pops back in their life, they may not tell you, but they still have those feelings for the ex.
Right.
You're just building that trust with them. This lady's or man or whoever has already had this trust with them for years and years. And sometimes it's just harder for them to, reject it when it comes
and then
back.
as women, we know what turns that man on. We know how to make that man work. So and
I'm just a newbie. I'm learning.
Yeah,
so
you learning.
I'm just learning you. So it's kind of hard to fight that kind of attachment. And I had to be woman enough to understand that, to heal from the situation. But I will tell you some of my lyrics because I had the warning signs, but when you in it and in love, you ignore it. So, sleeping with a nigga in the airbed, average dick, not get enough head, riding about here, carrier car, thought this nigga was a superstar, couldn't even afford me, broke ass nigga ignored me, got me out here on the grind, thinking that you're all mine. So,
oh my. So the signs were there. I was engaged about a year and a half ago. And the signs were there.
Yes, and so I was sleeping on an airbed for 11 months with this gentleman.
On an airbed? In his apartment, he had an airbed. An air mattress.
Yes.
Because you was in love.
I was in it. Looking at all his awards, plaques on the floor.
And y'all slept on an airbed?
Yeah.
Because he was broke and he couldn't afford.
He said his excuse to his defense was he had came out of a relationship. He didn't want to take anything from the relationship. Like, I thought he was just a solid man because of the things that he said to me. And I'm a ride or die chick. Yeah. Like, if I see the potential in somebody, I'm gonna ride with you. You know
my ex-husband used to tell me all the time. He said, "Tanya, you go for the underdog."
Yes, I love a good because I'm the underdog.
Yes.
So I love an underdog. I want me and my underdog to come up together. So we can talk about this.
Yes, we'll look back on it and say, "Hey, we made it."
So that was my dream, that we were gonna be this R&B power couple. And
have you seen him today? Have you seen?
No, I have not. No, the last time I saw him was in court on Zoom.
Okay, we went all the way to court. Do tell.
Well, from the song "Ghosted," like I told you, it took a life of its own. I went to the Super Bowl in Arizona because of this song. I performed for the NFL Legends there when I was still in the group. And the song just kind of took a life of its own. I never knew that ghosting or being ghosted was such an issue in dating until I did the song. And then I started getting reels, TikToks, just different people using the song to tell their story.
Wow.
So it kind of just took a life of its own, and it was a hurtful thing for me because I was still hurting from it for a long
Yeah.
time. So I didn't get the same enjoyment that
That everybody
the
else
world
got.
was getting
Yeah.
from it. And it caused a lot of problems within my group.
Mhm.
Even the group tension, we broke up because of the
Because of it.
song. So it was a lot of things that was going on behind the scenes that people didn't know what's going on.
Mhm.
But in the midst of that, it's Kendra Singles on Instagram. Kendra, we exchanged DMs, and I
Mhm.
was invited to come on her show.
Kendra G.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Kendra
Yeah.
G.
Yeah.
Because at the time, I thought it had been 3 years
Mhm.
since the ghosting had happened. The song had kind of died down, so I was able to start healing
And talking
a
about
little
it.
bit and able to talk about it. So this was my first interview ever saying his name.
Wow.
Like I went through the years.
His
in the
name was
beginning.
Ghosted, huh?
Yeah, it was just him from that group. That's what it was at the time. But when I did the Kendra G interview,
Mhm.
you know, Kendra G don't play.
Yeah.
Kendra
Yeah.
G want to know.
Yeah,
She want
yeah.
the tea,
Mhm.
especially when I did a clip of the song.
Mhm.
She was like, "Hold up, who are you
Who-
talking about?"
Yeah, who are you talking about?
So,
Look,
so
I want to know too.
I said, "Well, he was in the group Silk, and his name was Jimmy Gates."
Okay. Okay.
And
Yes.
when I said his name on the interview, I had a very big brunch here that I created at King of Diamonds. I was doing this brunch. It was real unique in Atlanta. People came from all over the world to go to the brunch because I was the first person to put a first woman to put a live band in a strip club.
Wow.
So it just went viral on Sunday, my brunch. So 3 weeks after the interview went viral with Kendra G, because of course, saying his name, within 10 hours, I had like 65,000 views.
Did he even ever call you or?
Nah,
No?
at 3 years we have not seen. I have not wanted to talk to him. I have not attended a show that he was in. I was just invited to a show there in Valentine's Day, and I declined to
he
go.
just walked away.
Walked away.
Because for a while there, I had gotten ghosted a couple times, and that's a pain. It makes you question yourself as a woman. Like,
yes,
what did I do wrong?
What did I do? Because
right,
literally, we came back from a show. We was on the road on that Friday, and that Sunday he ghosted me.
Yeah, see, now I came back from a cruise from somebody, and like we had a beautiful time.
Yes.
And then a day or two later, I wasn't feeling well. They took me out to lunch after that, and I found out he had went back to his ex-wife.
Yeah.
But then it didn't work.
Same situation.
And then he tried to call me back, and I was like,
well, no. Yeah. He didn't. Well, I didn't give him a chance to call me back
yeah.
because I had already wrote the song.
Yeah.
So I think even if he wanted to call me back,
you wrote the song already.
The song was out there, and there was no coming back from that. I didn't want him to call me back, so I wanted to put a nail in it. So that's what the song did. But Kendra G went viral with 65,000 views, and from that, 3 weeks later, when I went to work at KOD at my brunch that Sunday, they said somebody wanted to see me at the door, and I got served with stalking papers.
From him?
From him.
Yes. Because you mentioned his name.
Because I mentioned his name. But in the stalking papers, as I sent to you, and I'm sure you read it.
Yes.
It stated that I had been harassing him, calling him, emailing him.
The only thing you did was mention his name.
Only thing I did was mention his name. He said I was a deranged fan, and I had made up this whole relationship.
So that made that pain start over again.
The pain started all over again that day. And I couldn't even function at work because I'm reading what this man is saying about me. And I'm like, this is not, you turning something that even I saw the good things in you, now you're turning it into something ugly because now you're saying it was all make-believe.
Wow.
Like it's all made up by me.
That had to hit like a ton of bricks.
Oh, I couldn't even function that day.
So how long did it take for you to heal and start dating again?
Well, believe it or not, it's a strange thing that sometimes something that can knock you down and take your breath, because that's
Mm-hmm.
what the stalking papers did. It seemed like God just stepped in like immediately that day, because I went to a spot that I go to right after brunch, like every Sunday. I have a little routine, my Sunday fun day, and my attorney actually was in the club, so I was able to show her the paper. I paid her retainer. I paid her retainer at the club.
At the club.
Yes, that's how quick that went.
Wow.
Within hours, I had already lawyered up, and I just, believe it or not, I had to go through my phone and find all the text messages. I had to find all the pictures. I had to find all the emails.
So you had to send all this to the attorney to show that you wasn't a deranged fan.
Yes, I had to basically relive this whole relationship through my phone, and had to ask friends. I had to, even the spot that I went to that we used to be a regular at together, I had witnesses, like everything. Like,
that took a lot of energy.
But
Maddie,
believe it or not, doing that helped me heal, because it actually showed me a lot of things that I overlooked in the relationship. And if I had paid attention a little bit more, we probably wouldn't have lasted the 11 months anyway.
Wow.
Yeah. So it helped me get over it at that point. So when I got to court, I never got the closure. You know, that's one thing about being ghosted. You don't get that closure.
Yes. You're absolutely right.
So being able to look at him in court, and I didn't have to say a word. He had to do all the talking because he didn't have an attorney.
Oh, and so your
he's
attorney,
a superstar.
But he didn't have an attorney.
It
was at home with that air mattress. No.
Anyway, he didn't have an attorney, so my attorney spoke for me, and just for me to be to sit there and face him, even though it was on the Zoom, it gave me the closure that
you needed.
Yes.
Wow. So tell me this: with your new album set to release around your birthday in April,
yes, I'm so
what
excited.
can listeners expect in terms of theme and style, and how do you plan to introduce your international artists through your label? I know, good question. Good question.
Yes.
I read, baby. I read bios and stuff. Yes, ma'am.
Well, at first I was gonna call my album "Sexy Auntie Vibes."
Oh, I like that.
I said I am the sexy auntie, but
you also are the Couga.
Yes, but more importantly, I'm stepping into a new journey. So I'm coming from MADDIE, and now I'm Couga. So I decided to call my album MADDIE, aka Couga, because it's true to who I am. Yes. So what you can expect is I'm still real old school. Okay. I love the Anita Bakers. I love the Aretha Franklins. I love Luther, the Whitney Houston. So I'm still got a lot of that in me. But I do like my Carly B's. I do like my Meg Thee Stallions. I do like all the people that's out currently. So what you can expect from my album is basically, you know, the city girls and the Cardi B's and the Nickies and everybody that we're listening to today. I'm basically what they're going to be when they're 50.
Yes. You better say that.
So I used to be a city girl. Yes, I was. So that's why I admire them so much, because they said all the things now that I wish I could have said 20 years ago.
We couldn't.
So now what I think I represent as Couga is I'm showing what the city girl's going to grow up to be
like.
Because everybody thinks that when you're like that, when you're 20, you're going to stay like that.
Yeah.
But we mature, baby. We
don't be like Mike. Be like Maddie.
Yeah. So I'm going to show that I am what the city girls are going to grow up to be. I'm Couga. And it's okay. It's okay to live life, and life be life, but you don't let life break you.
Yeah. You don't let life take you out.
That's right.
Okay. So you noted that many men today lack traditional dating skills. Yes. No, go back to what you were.
Yeah.
You need to say something about.
I forgot to tell you how I'm going to introduce my international artist.
Yes. Tell me how you're going to introduce them.
Well, I started my artist. She's from the UK. We met through a mutual friend. He's also the president of my label. He had just moved here from London. and we established a quick friendship, and he just really, really believed in my music from the giddy up. So when I met Chance told me that he had a young lady that he used to always see performing around London, and she had a different style because London is more pop and it's more
Yes.
K-pop. It's a different vibe. It's more like underground music. It's not really an R&B like area for what she does, but she had a very soulful pop like style. And so I started paying attention to her on Instagram, and we formed a friendship online as we just started talking, and she decided to come spend a month with me here in Atlanta. So she came to Atlanta, and I introduced her to my world. Wow. So I took her around. She met Jazzy Faye. She met Brian Michael Cox. She met like some of the legends that I have been able to work with and also have friendships with. And we went into the studio. We recorded like 2 songs together.
Did you record? Y'all recorded together?
Yes, we.
Okay, so what's the vibe? What's the name of these songs? What's the grit of these songs?
We have a song called Passport Shorty.
Okay.
And the reason why I call it Passport Shorty is because it's basically she's coming from London and I'm in the ATL. And I introduced her to collard greens, and I introduced her to Popeyes. So
she never had collard greens?
Never had. She had never had ranch dressing.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so just the experience that we went through in the 30 days in Atlanta, it was a whole story. So Passport Shorty is basically about her meeting me from Atlanta and her coming from London. And I was able to write it.
I like that.
Yeah, so we wrote it together. It's like kind of a pop country.
Got some of that Southern soul in it, huh?
Yes, it does. So that's Passport Shorty. And it was produced by Tomcat, which is one of Rick Ross' producers. So I'm honored that we got a chance to work with him. And also, we have a song called Boyfriend for Tonight. And Boyfriend for Tonight is just talking about us being flirty, and we 2 homegirls. And
just being flirty. Ain't nobody going home with nobody.
We're not going home with nobody, but if we do, it may just be for tonight.
I like that.
So that's called Boyfriend for Tonight. We did that song. And then we just finished another song since she's been in London. And that song is called The Female James Dean.
Because now, is that got more the London? Did you make that song with her, or
I wrote Female James Dean. I wrote this song in 2015.
Wow.
I wrote the song because when I was younger, I used to watch the James Dean's movie, and I used to feel like I was kind of on the edge, like he was, and I felt like I'm a rebel. Like I feel like I'm a female rebel in the journey that I have, that I'm going through right now. And I'm not like your normal, like 50-year-old woman. So I felt
neither am I at 60.
So I felt like the female James Dean was something that's really telling you who Couga is.
Yes.
Like who I am. So, and then just being that it's James Dean, and in London, that black and white movies are very popular in the UK. So it was just an edgy little twist to have my artist from London come on the female James Dean with me. So she does the hook, and the verses really tell you the definition of who I am.
So when are we going to be able to hear or watch her perform in the United States?
Well, we're working out everything right now. She actually just had surgery on her throat, got her tonsils out. So
she got to heal for a while.
Yeah, once she heals up, then she's going to be coming back to the ATL. But our song, Boyfriend for Tonight, is dropping in a few weeks.
That's going to drop, but your single is in April.
My album.
Oh, yeah, album. Okay. All right. So, you partnered with, hopefully I say this right, Enigma Mastering. How does the collaboration shape the music you're producing, and what new projects are currently working on?
Well, shout out to my producer, which produced my project. His name is Eddie Stokes. He produced Lady Gaga. He worked with Akon, T-Pain. He's worked with Anthony David. He's worked with a lot of the greats. India.Arie, a lot of people have worked with Eddie. So I'm honored that he took on my
Sitting
project.
here with a celebrity, y'all.
I'm honored that he took me on and he believed in me when a lot of other people told me no because of my age.
Right.
But he believed in my music and he helped produce. Well, he produced my whole album except a few tracks. I've worked with different producers to do. And in my journey with Eddie, he had worked with Enigma Master and the CEO, James, for some years. So he introduced me to him because I was kind of coming to the end of my contract with Sony. So when my contract was ended with Sony, I was trying to see what I wanted to do next. And James was actually the negotiator, the owner of Enigma. He was actually the negotiator that got me my record deal and my label deal through Virgin Music. So in the partnership with that, I was nervous. I was actually so nervous that I was coming into the role of a female record label owner. Like I have looked at Death Row. I have looked at the Bad Boys. I have looked at Jay-Z and Damon. I looked at so many people that had labels, but they were all men. You know, so I'm coming into this seat as a female record executive.
This men's world.
Yes, it's the man's world. So I partnered with him so he could kind of mentor me in the journey, and also he was a negotiator because not only did I come into the journey, I'm thinking my first artist was going to be right here in America. And there's so many people, and look what happens. My first artist is an international pop star. So
what they say, tell God your dreams, and he would definitely.
He definitely will answer. I never in my wildest dreams thought that I would be crossing over that fast to be an international. Have an international artist to be my first artist on Couga Entertainment. So I'm very honored.
Tell me something. Are you single and are you dating?
I am single.
Okay.
I actually just came off of, I'm still on the journey. I'm on the celibate journey.
Okay,
know.
Yes, that's right. You've been selling for 11 months?
11 months.
Yes.
But I had a little hiccup, little ex came in, so I'm not celibate currently.
So you lost your virginity again.
I lost my virginity again. I'm going to be honest. That's some tea. Okay, but didn't work out. Sometimes you just need to leave the past in the past. Yeah. But I am single, but I can say I have my eye on somebody special.
Okay. So tell me, what do you think about our age, dating over 50? What do you think about the dating nowadays? Because it's so different than what it used to be.
Yes, it's very different. I say dating for me at first was more eye-catching. Like what kind of car he driving, what kind of money he got, what he doing for Matt.
For Maddie gonna get out the deal.
I'm a recovering gold digger, and I ain't ashamed to tell you.
Recovering gold digger. I love it.
I'm a recovering
Do they have
a
meeting that you can
yes,
go
I mean, I will go back. No, just kidding. It's kind of like alcoholism.
She said, I love it.
But, I'm a recovering gold digger. I will be honest with you. But I have to say, being a mature woman now, I've learned to value a man. Like, I didn't have a lot of values in the men I used to date. I really didn't pay attention to their needs, their wants, what their likes and this. It was all about me. But now I've learned to appreciate conversation and somebody that can stimulate me mentally. That's what turns me on. If you can
so they don't have to have 6 figures, or that you would like. I mean,
well, they don't have to have 6 figures, but they cannot be on the airbed.
No air mattress.
And they cannot have bullet holes in their car.
Oh my!
So I do have some standards, but I will say that no, you don't have to be a multi-millionaire to date me, and I'm not dating men based on their income, but they have to be self-sufficient.
Okay, so since we talked about that, the
Mhm.
diary is doing something new for 2026.
Okay.
Okay, so we have a question that we took
Ooh.
out of the diary. I have a
Ooh.
box at home and I call it the diary, and I put different questions in there. And this is also a thank you card, but the question is on the other side of this envelope.
Okay.
Read that question for me,
Ooh.
and
Ooh.
then you're gonna answer that.
Ooh. Should I be nervous?
You should.
Okay, let's see. Do you want me to read it out
Uh-huh.
loud? Okay. Commitment is rare these days. What do you think about a poly relationship?
Mm. Okay, come on.
Okay. Believe it or not, this has come up a lot with me recently because
Wow.
I've been approached. I don't know if
So
I
being a
have.
poly?
Yes, I don't know if I want to be in a poly relationship on my face, but it's
Cross your forehead.
but it's been approached. I don't have an issue with that if that's your choice to do.
Mhm.
But I am old school,
Yeah, me
and I
too.
got old school values. I am
Mhm.
not gonna share my man,
Yes,
nor
at
will
all.
I be shared. So my opinion on that is it's just not for me. But I do feel like it was needed to be introduced because it has cut down on a lot of the cheating
Yeah.
that we have had in a lot of relationships.
Okay. I'm gonna wrap this up. Answer this for me.
Mm-hmm.
What advice would you give to those navigating um, the music industry and dating? You know, because the industry is a little messy.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And so what kind of advice would you give as being an older woman in the
Mm-hmm.
music industry and watching what's going on with the industry right now?
My advice to the ladies, because I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna speak to the ladies,
Mm-hmm.
is don't be too trusting in a person's word
Mm-hmm.
in this business.
Mm-hmm.
It's their actions that you got to pay attention to. And if you ever feel that somebody is manipulating you with the opportunity that they can give to you,
Mm-hmm.
don't accept it
If it's too
because
good to be true.
more
Mm-hmm.
opportunities will come your way.
Okay. Okay. And you also you take care of your mother too as
Yes,
well,
I do.
don't you?
I'm a
Yes.
caregiver.
Okay.
Hmm.
Okay. And your mother is
Yes,
she's okay.
my
All right.
mom is 74 and she's struggling with dementia right now. So it's a day by day process and we have to pray every day.
Yeah.
But I'm just thankful and grateful to still have her here.
Yeah, my mom went through that. That's a hard that dementia is a hard thing.
Yes, it is.
It's been amazing getting to know you now that you are in my view and
Yeah.
around me. I'm sure we're gonna be doing more things
Yes, I'm
together.
so excited.
I
Yes.
definitely would want to bring you back when your artists
Okay.
come because I every time you talk about your artists, you brighten up and you shine, and that has to be an amazing
Yes,
accomplishment.
I'm so excited.
Yeah.
Yes. And I also have an AI artist that I just introduced too. So I'm excited about that too.
Okay. Well, give my viewers something to motivate them. Your
Yes.
last words.
Well, my motivation to anybody that's watching is remember you conquer by continuing. That is the Couga Entertainment way.
Okay. All right. All right. Well, we're going to close out, guys, and thank you for watching the Diary of Dating Over 50. And Maddie, this is to you. Known affectionately as Cougar, embodies a dynamic and spirited personality that leaves a lasting impression on everyone she meets. Her strength and confidence shine through in all aspects of her life, inspiring those around her to pursue or in her relationship. Maddie showcases a beautiful blend of resilience, warm, reminding us that it's never too late to chase our dreams or make meaningful connections. As she moves forward, her journey continues to be one of the empowerment and authenticity, making her an unforgettable presence in any space that she is in.
Oh, thank you so
Yes.
much. Thank you.
Thank you guys. My name is Tanya R. Lewis with the Diary of Dating Over 50. We are going to have an amazing time in 2026. I got so much coming up for you guys. This is going to be amazing. We're going to have some performance. We're going to have some caterers. We're going to bring it to you this year. Thank you, Thunderline Pictures. They are the ones who produce my show. You're going to see more of them too. I appreciate you guys. I love you and thank you. Thank you, Maddie.
Thank you.
Tanya R. Lewis with the Diary of Dating Over 50. Thank you.